Hello. I'm gonna sometimes. Ooh, a little bit flick. I'm gonna sometimes do this video series where I just talk about life and I talk about things that I think the longer this goes on, the more people can will relate and people will understand what I'm going through and why I'm going to be talking about what I'm going to be talking about. Today's going to be a short one though, really short one. I'm just going to see what it's like. And I think the topic I'd like to talk about today is how to be someone that you yourself considers incredibly rational as a person but has faith, and how to maintain faith even if what you consider being a rational person contradicts having a faith. And yeah, I just kind of want to like talk about how that's going for me. I mean, I've been very ill for a very long time now. Not a very long time, 5 years. And sometimes I feel close to death's door. Sometimes I can feel death, and it frightens me. And these are the moments that religion and the Bible and God, this is where they call it, or you call it, or I call it, tested with faith. Your faith is tested. And I agree. These are the moments your faith is tested. I mean, my whole situation is so fucking difficult. I literally can barely do anything ever. I barely have any friends. I barely have any family that can help me. It's a rare disease, and no one really knows what to do. I'm on this new nutritional balancing program thing that's supposed to be healing me, but I'm not getting healed. And these are really the moments that your faith is tested. And what I meant about the contrast between rational and faith is I am an extremely rational person. I think. There we go. So yeah, what I was saying was I am generally just an incredibly rational person. I look at nearly everything in life with a very rational sense and view. And my faith has been something that is very different for me. I've had it for about a year and a half, and they do bounce off each other. Quite often, maybe one day with perspective and. Sorry, I got this again. Maybe one day with. Sorry about this. Sorry. Yeah, maybe one day the feeling of rationale and faith, the feeling of what I'm saying, which is they contradict, and um, um, won't I won't feel that. I'll feel the opposite. I'll actually feel like they magnetized. The feeling of rationale and faith will actually like one. But at this present moment in my life where, like I said, I'm so terribly ill and I can barely literally do anything. I feel like I even look ill. I'm looking at myself and thinking, I feel like I even look ill. I'm looking at myself in the camera. I feel like I look like fucking death. I mean, this is what 4 days of not eating does. I'm just, I'm definitely climbing a mountain internally right now, and this one's a big one. This one's a confusing big one. I'm not used to. I think I've been climbing mountains that I've had some type of. They've been persistently the same to the point where I became a bit. I became used to how they feel to the point where I knew I'd get over them because I had the perspective to know I would. This one does not feel the same. Potentially not even a mountain, potentially it's a desert. And it's never ending. And I'm going blind and deaf while walking it in pain. Yeah, that feels right. Yeah. I'm very weak at the moment because I haven't eaten. I've eaten today, but I wasn't eating for days and very weak. I'm going to leave it, but I'm going to say one thing that I feel like the majority of people in the world, because when you talk truth, when you say something truthful, you're free. If you don't ever speak truthful, speak truth to it. Speak truthful to everybody you ever see or hear or whatever ever see. If you don't speak truthful and you hold yourself back, you're not being free and you're letting the external culture of life tell you how to be. And if you are being free in yourself with everybody and everything, you are being internally free to its infinity. So I'm going to say something very truthful to end this. I definitely still have a massive thing about wanting to have attention. Definitely noticing that more, especially when I'm alone. I guess it makes sense. I guess I am a human being and the want of attention is obvious. Um, and I don't know whether it's connectivity. It's to be connected to people. I do have a massive. I I love being connected to people. The feeling of sitting there with someone, connecting with someone, is a very beautiful sensation. So, but I definitely feel my ego is still wanting attention for the wrong reasons. As I lay there in the dark room, as I'm going to go back to in a second, and I still want attention, you know. And I think the energy you put out there with anything that you manifest, if it's me drawing some art, I feel like subconsciously you can see whether that art was made because of for them or whether that art was made for attention. And I feel like a lot of my art is obviously attention. It's both, it's not just fully attention, it's got both. It has me and my abilities and my me, but it still has attention in its flicks of being what it is. Same with the way I talk. Not when I'm face to face with people, but the way when I talk to people on Messenger or something. Oh, I've got a migraine in my eye. All right, thank you. Bye bye. Don't know how to end this. Is it? Oh, yes.